Before we get onto the video, a quick message for all my subs. Now, there's a huge problem on YouTube where some of my subscribers do not get to see my videos when I upload them. I don't exactly know what's going on YouTube. You know, there's always a problem on YouTube, but it's happening to other YouTubers as well. Even some of my subs message me saying, yo, some of my videos do not appear on your subscription box, subscription feed. So what I want you guys to do is click on the notification bell next to the subscription so you guys would get notifications when I upload a video. But the algorithms on YouTube right now are just messed up, so you know, it's no surprise some of my videos would not show up on some of you guys' subscription box. You know, there's something definitely going on. So this is the only thing I can tell you guys to do right now if you don't want to miss out on any of my videos in the future. So definitely hit that notification bell. I would appreciate if you do it, but let's get on to the video. Yo, what is up guys? It is your boy Pharaoh. Now today we're going to be talking about one of the 4 Yonkos, Kaido, his origin, what he is, and what type of devil fruit power he might have. Now Kaido is the strongest creature amongst all living things. That includes humans as well, because I've seen people saying it only includes monsters, a beast, includes humans as well, because it says amongst all living things, and the kanji of his title directly translates to the strongest organism. But it's not like he's factually the strongest in the verse, but he's recognized in the One Piece verse to be the strongest, essentially like every other world title there is in One Piece. For example, they said Whitebeard was the strongest man at Marineford, but we all know he wasn't the strongest anymore due to age, and you know, he had sickness. The other Yonkos and some of the admirals were probably stronger than him at that point. But going back to Kaido, personally I have Kaido as the strongest Yonko, and you're definitely not wrong by choosing any other Yonko, as they were stated to be about equal, except Blackbeard, because I feel like, you know, he's definitely the weakest, being the most recent to join the ranks of the Yonko, and he hasn't been on that level as long as the others. But you know, Shanks, Big Mom, Kaido are relatively on the same level. You know, Blackbeard is definitely getting there, and he will become the strongest at some point in the series. But if one is stronger than the other, the margin is going to be extremely small, that it wouldn't even matter in a fight, like a 1% stronger or like a 0.5% stronger or something like that. But apart from him just having the title as the strongest creature, Kaido also has a moniker. They call him 100 Beast Kaido, which I think is a reference to something towards him, his devil fruit power, or you know, something in his crew. And it's the same for every other Yonko as well, where they have these titles that has some meaning towards them, their crew, or something that relates to their power. For example, Whitebeard's power, the quick fruit, has a white color theme, which might relate to the white in Whitebeard's title. And you know, we all think, you know, Shanks' power is going to have like red lightning or something red hockey or something like that. Then we have Big Mom, who has the ability that enables her to become the mother of everything, literally, hence the name Big Mom. And you know, Blackbeard, the black in Blackbeard, this obviously relates to his evil or dirty nature, and it could be a reference to the Yami Yami no Mi as well. So I do think the monikers that these Yonkos have has some meaning towards them, something in your crew, or their powers. So the Kaido of the 100 Beast title, I think, has some relevance to Kaido himself. Now I feel like there's some misconception when it comes down to Kaido's immortality. Now I'm not even sure where that whole immortality aspect came from, maybe from theories, but given what was said from the chapter where Kaido was revealed, I think that was hinting towards his durability / physical traits. You know, they said they hanged him 40 times, but the chains broke. They tried to spear him, you know, but the spears broke. You know, they're basically trying to say, you know, Kaido is so durable that no one can actually kill him. I mean, they went all the way to introduce this man with a durability feat, with him falling 10k from the Sky Island, taking no damage whatsoever, and proceeds to wreck the Kid Alliance. So his physical stats are top tier, probably the strongest in the verse. And going by the theme of what his career has shown so far, he should also be a Zoan as well, a mythical Zoan at that, being the top of, you know, every other Zoan. I think it fits someone like Kaido. So if Kaido is unkillable in his base form, I cannot imagine how much stronger he is in his awakened Zoan form, which already enhances his unkillable base form to a whole new level. And if we're gonna include things like, you know, full body ornament haki, that's even gonna make things even worse. And on top of that, what makes things even crazy is that he's a Zoan as well, so he has crazy regen. So what if you manage to hurt Kaido by doing like your best attack or something, but not only does he has crazy durability and defense, but he also has like a phoenix type regeneration where he can just grow back an arm or something like that, something hacks. So yeah, it's definitely making sense as to why you know, Kaido, no one can kill Kaido, and why people call him immortal, because like you have regen, unkillable base form, and ornament haki and king's haki. Like there's too much this man has. Now this is my take on what I think Kaido is. Now I've said this many times in my old theories that Kaido could have been some type of experiment that the world government were working on. Like we know they've been working on gigantification for about 100 years, and I think during that timeline somewhere in between Kaido was involved, but it backfired on the world government and they created a monster that they couldn't control. And this is where I think the 100 Beast title that Kaido has comes into play. Now back in chapter 839, Yonji explained that Vegapunk discovered lineage factors, which is essentially the blueprint of life itself, and the Vinsmokes are an example of that, whereas they have, you know, they were enhanced before birth by merging their DNA with like something else, which gives them some sort of power in return. It's the same for the smile fruits that, you know, people in Kaido School have. Lineage factor gave Caesar the ability to make artificial devil fruits. Now I think this could be related to what Kaido is. Now going back to the 100 Beast title again, that moniker could be the reference to 100 beasts that have been merged into Kaido's body. So in a way, Kaido's like, he has 100 traits of 100 different animals, which explains why he's so durable. For example, let's say they merge fisherman traits into his DNA. That means he would gain the ability to breathe underwater just like Jack. So he's essentially a hybrid of every other species in the One Piece verse, taking certain traits from, you know, animals, 100 different animals, which is insane because again, that's just his base form. Each of those 100 different traits will then be amplified by whatever mythical Zoan fruit he has. In terms of physicality, you know, Kaido is the strongest. I cannot put more emphasis on this. Even Big Mom acknowledges Kaido's power when she said Luffy is not gonna take down that thing. I feel like Kaido could be a reference to like Alien, where as they call it, you know, the perfect creature or something like that. Maybe the world government, they were trying to like make this perfect monster that they could use, but obviously it backfired on them and he turned out to be a Yonko that opposes them. But when it comes down to Kaido's devil fruit power, at this point I'm half and half between the Oni fruit and the mythical dragon fruit, because I'm gearing towards the demon Oni because it fits the theme of him having, you know, the mace and the shrine clothes, and the Shogun may have the dragon fruit as it fits the whole, you know, Zoro versus the Shogun, Tiger versus Dragon. I made a whole theory on that. You can want to check that, is in the description. And I think the Shogun will have the Dragon Zoan, which is a symbolism towards the Tiger versus Dragon. Again, Zoro versus the Shogun. We all know that's gonna happen. But at this point, it could be either or. But personally, I would be fine with any of those fruits. But going back to Kaido having different traits, having his DNA merged with other animals, I feel like this ties in so well with how helpful Law is going to be in this battle, given the fact that we know how his devil fruit works and how it can affect people down to your cells. Because we all think, you know, Law is going to be a major player when it comes down to taking Kaido down, defeating Kaido, or even nerfing him and giving Luffy a good chance to fight this man and put him down for the count. I could see him actually hurting Kaido to some degree with the OP no Mi, and Luffy will also need to play with big cards, because at this point, given that Kaido is the strongest physical person in the verse, I don't think you should go against this man in a physical way. You have to use Hack's abilities, you have to find his weakness, you have to like do something except physical, because it's not gonna work. So I can see Luffy actually trying some stupid shit and getting wrecked, but we all know Luffy is made of rubber, so I can see that playing a role in the fight between Kaido and Luffy, where he just bounces off any physical attacks that Kaido throws off, that Kaido launches at him. But yeah, it's gonna be a crazy fight. Definitely can't wait. The Wano hype is definitely real. But yeah, comment down below what you guys think. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content, and be a part of the notification squad. It is Pharaoh, guys, and we are out. Peace.